Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm bringing you guys another episode of Road to #1 ranked on DB rated. We finished last episode at a rating of 828. If you guys haven't seen the last Road to Rank 1 video, a link to that will be down below in the description. I did make a few changes since last episode. I threw back in the Kashtira cards because those cards are just absolutely broken. I made a video showing that, you know, any cash card plus any normal summon is actually full combo for this deck, which is insane. So the Kashtira cards, I really like them. I'm also main decking a new hand trap that will be shown off in both of these duels I have here for you guys today. So without further ado, if you guys don't mind, drop a like on this video. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly helps out the channel. And with that being said, let's just hop straight into the games. We're going up against Duella. He wins the rock, paper, scissors and sends me first. I was a little confused because he was on 41. I wasn't exactly sure if it was Tenpai because it was 41, but he did send me first, so I'm assuming it's Tenpai. I open up Wraithsaw, DD Crow, the new hand trap, Engraver, Yubel, and the Ash Blossom. My opponent opens up Shifter, Cyclone, Pydra, Perulia, and Cyclone. So I go standby, main. He's thinking in standby. Doesn't decide to drop Shifter or Perulia, by the way, which is very strange. I go Wraithsaw, go search out Unicorn. And then here he drops Perulia. Maybe he thought I was on pure cash, but my deck count is 48. So I'm pretty sure it's like safe to assume it's Yubel. But he does drop Perulia. I'm fine with him not, you know, he didn't drop Shifter. You know, I'm not going to complain, bro. You don't want to drop Shifter? That's fair enough, bro. Don't drop Shifter. But he draws into the Pot of Prosperity there. Then I go Unicorn effect to search for a Birth. And he says that's fine. Next up, I go Engraver. Engraver, search out Tract. Activate Tract. Go search Lurie. Discard Lurie. Lurie effect to summon. That's fine. Link off into the Requiem. Requiem, go into Lacrima. Lacrima here can go dump the Engraver. And then here, I go Engraver, put back, and then summon. I did this. I could have just linked off Unicorn plus Lacrima, make sequence, which is probably what I should have done, to be honest. But in case he ended up hand trapping me again, I wanted to look at his extra deck to see what he was playing. So here, I just linked these two off into... I was really thinking hard about making Yama here. But I had no way to get back to Light Fiend because I summoned the Engraver. If I just linked off Lacrima, actually no, because Yama takes 2 Fiends. Never mind, forget what I'm saying. I go Sequence effect, it resolves. So we're just big chilling, never punish. Summon out Aerial Eater effect, go dump Lotus. And here I make another mistake. At this moment, I'm supposed to link off the Unicorn plus the Sequence to make Muckraker and leave the Aerial Eater on field, because once I make Muckraker, I will be locked into Fiends. So I'll have no way of getting back to Unicorn, like ending on it if I want to link it off. So that was another misplay there. I go Lotus into Spirit. It actually comes up pretty huge, I'm not gonna lie. So Spirit destroyed. Let's go search out Squirmer. Spirit, summon out Yubel. And then here it's like, this is where the misplay is coming in, because I don't want to summon the Squirmer and give him an extra draw. So I actually have to go neg because I didn't link off the Unicorn, which is just so bad. I'm so bad, bro. It's pissing me off. So I have to put back the Spirit and the Lotus and make a Yama this way. Then Yama, go search out Sharvara. Again, I don't want to summon the Sharvara, so I just have to make a Rage like this. And so I don't end on Unicorn. I don't end on Birth. It's just very sad. It's very, very sad. I have to go neg. I have to put the Squirmer back because I forgot I'm Fiend locked. If the Muckraker, which is it's so crazy. But the board's like still not terrible. Soul of Rage is 3 interruptions plus Phantom plus I have Crow Ash. I mean, I have 6 disruptions, but should have been 7 with the Birth. It is what it is. And I should have had an extra card in hand. It's not the best. But my opponent's hand is double Pydra, double Cyclone, Prosperity. Okay. So he starts his turn off with the Pot of Prosperity. I just let that go. He picks up a Chandra. And my opponent does play it actually nice here, which is the one reason I wanted to show off this game. It is a game against Tenpai. And you guys can see he's main decking the Grandust Dragon. He just normal summons Chandra and goes Battle Phase, which is like huge because it just turns off my Soul of Rage completely. If he went like normal Pydra, special Chandra, then I could start doing stuff. Actually, if he goes normal summon Pydra, get field spell, activate field spell, special summon Chandra, I'm unable to. Actually, he can go, if he goes Chandra in hand, I could just Phantom negate. Actually, yeah, so this is the right play, and this is a good play because like I said, I can't do anything. It effectively turns off my Phantom and my Rage. So in battle, he goes Cyclone onto the Nightmare Pain, which I'm like, okay, that's fine. Obviously, I can't do anything here. He attacks into the Muckraker. Start a damage step, use Chundra effect, summon out Pydra. Pydra, go search out Kaimin. That's fine. And then I take some damage. Should have been less damage because I forgot I'm boosted by the race off there. And then he goes Chundra effect to Synchro, which is fine. So he summons out the Samurai Destroyer, and he does a crazy cool play. He has to summon this to out the Phantom of Yubel here. So he uses Samurai Destroyer, declares an attack into the Phantom of Yubel, and then this card's effect, if you guys are unfamiliar, it says if this card battles an opponent's monster, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. Also, that opponent's monsters effects are negated during the battle phase only. What this card will do will make it so my Phantom is able to be destroyed by battle, so it will be destroyed here. And then because it says if this card battles an opponent's monster, that means like on attack declaration. I mean, I'm 99% sure this is how it works because this is how it works with Kashtira Scareclaw or Scareclaw Kashtira. When Scareclaw Kashtira attacks something, right when it attacks, it just negates the effect, and that has the same thing as if this card battles. So I'm pretty sure the wording on if this card battles is on attack declaration. So what he does here is he goes on attack deck, he activates Kaimin to play around Ash Blossom. So I'm unable to activate Ash Blossom because of the Samurai Destroyer onto the Kaimin. So I thought that was a really cool play, and I've never seen a Tempai player do that before. He was waiting a sec, and I was like, I can't do anything, right? Because he was like waiting, like he waited like 10-15 seconds to summon out the Fadra there. So so that was a good play, and I've never seen that done before. So damage step, Fadra, summon back out Chundra, and then attack into the Soul of Rage, and then effect Synchro, make the Biden Dragon effect. I chain DD Crow. So DD Crow, I mean, it's decent against Tempai. It's not crazy, but it's decent. And then he attacks over my Soul of Rage. And then I say, think on effects here because I do have the Yama as well as the Rage. So I decide to add back a Phantom of Yubel, and then he just admits defeat. I was going to summon back out Muckraker there. But going on to the next game, we're going to see Tenpai decide to go first. They open up Fadra, Drago, D-Barrier, Ash Blossom, Cosmic. I open up Lotus, Birth, Terror Incarnate, Engraver, and Terraforming. So he goes standby main, just normal summon Drago, end phase, set Cosmic, set D-Barrier. I can't special summon out Light or Dark, so it turns off my entire deck. But we top deck Unicorn. Just another reason I love the cash cards, bros, because against Quackimera Drago, I got Wind and I got Earth, so we're just absolutely chilling. I start my turn off with Terraforming into Planet, and the hard draw of the Unicorn there was crazy because I can go Birth, and obviously he knows that outs the Drago, so he has to Cosmic it, and then I get to punish him with the Unicorn. I mean, it's not really a punish. I mean, if you have it, you have it. I do have the Unicorn, so I sack him, essentially. He gets sacked. And then I attack over the Drago. I don't use the effect to look at his extra deck here to play around like Ghost Ogre or something because I need this attack to go through so I can play. And then I go main phase 2, normal summon Lotus, use the effect. He gets hit with Ash Blossom. Now at this point, I just forgot about the Unicorn. I know for a fact when I attacked the Quackimera Drago, I was like, I'm not going to use the effect to play around Ogre so I can guarantee get over this Drago. But when he used Ash Blossom, I was like, all right, I just win. I didn't even think about the Unicorn, to be honest. So I just put back the Samsara and the Terror in my hand, summon out Phantom, activate Engraver. And then this is just full combo here. Activate Tract into Lurie effect, summon itself, link off into the Requiem into Lacrima, dump Engraver. And then turn those two up into Sequence effect. Put back, and then he does chain barrier a little late, so I'm like, all right, I gotta put that shit back. And then I just go Engraver, summon, and then from here I just link those two up into a Yama effect, go search out Sharvara, and then here I just activate Birth, and then I summon back Unicorn and pass, I'm pretty sure. Thought about making the Soul of Rage, but because of what happened game 1, how he just normal summoned Chundra and went into battle phase, and my Soul of Rage is just dead, I thought it would be better to end on the Unicorn, Birth Interruption, put Yama into the graveyard. Once it gets beat over, it can summon something back. I have Lacrima, summon out Requiem, summon out another Engraver to just try to survive the turn. And the Unicorn, I would most likely rip the Samurai Destroyer, so it's tough for him to out my Phantom. So I just pass turn on this. He draws anti-spell, and the duel is over. So that duel was against a high-rated Tenpai player. He's 1400 rating. He did some cool plays, which I thought were interesting, and I've never seen done before, so I thought I would share this one. And I got to use D.D. Crow. So let's go ahead and hop into the next game here. All right, so going on into the next game, I did lose the rock, paper, scissors here. So we are going second. This time we open up Call by the Grave, D.D. Crow again. Hello, D.D. Crow. Samsara, D. Lotus, Opening of the Spirit Gates, and Yubel. My opponent opens up Valor, Droll, Engraver, Ash Blossom, and Dark Beckoning Beast. So, well, his hand is crazy. So he starts his turn off with Engraver, go search out Tract, activate Tract, go dump Lurie. Lurie effect, summon itself, link those two, or link one into Requiem, Lacrima, go dump Engraver, and then here he goes normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast, go search out Opening of the Spirit Gates, and then activate Opening of the Spirit Gates, excuse me, go search another DBB, normal summon it, link those two off into Yama, search Sharvara. I do like this sequencing, searching Sharvara before you make sequence. This way, if they imperm on summon, then you can just Sharvara, destroy it, Yama, summon it back. Or if they try to do it in response, obviously you can chain Sharvara and be able to dodge there. So I do like making Yama before you make sequence if you can do it. He summons out the Aerial Eater. Aerial Eater is going to dump Samsara, D. Lotus. He's going to use Opening of the Spirit Gates, pitch Valor, and Opening of the Spirit Gates doesn't target. So he will get a body off this, but my Crow does keep him off of his Yubel engine here. So we Crow the Lotus, he summons out a Dark Beckoning Beast, and then I'll fast forward here. He goes up into a second Yama, so he's on the second Yama tech still. Then go Engraver, put back Lurie, summon it out. He says anything here. I say, yep, you're good. Go ahead and make DDD. And then he goes Sharvara, destroy the Yama, and then Yama effect, bring back out the Lacrima, link those two up into Rage. Sharvara effect to go set the Escape from the deck. So he's on the Escape, which is, which double Yama, it's usually Escape. So I draw into Imperm, which is a crazy top deck. Hello, Imperm. So I go main phase 1, Imperm onto the DDD, activate Opening of the Spirit Gates, go search out Dark Beckoning Beast, and then he trolls me, which is really rough. I'm like, damn, I was not. Troll's rough. Then I go normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast, normal summon Lotus, use Lotus effect to summon out the Spirit effect to go ahead and set the Nightmare Pain, and then he said, think here. So here he uses Soul of Rage to link off with the Spirit, which really confused me because I really thought that he was going to use his Escape first, especially on something like Opening of the Spirit Gates. I thought he was going to use this first because once he links off the Soul of Rage, obviously there's no Unchained left on the field, assuming he goes for SP, which is the best play, is to make SP off of this, but his Rage will essentially be dead for the rest of the turn. So I was really surprised he didn't use that first. Because when he went Escape Pop, I was going to go Call by the Rage when he tried to bring it back. But then he goes ahead and makes SP, Banish Pain. And now here, I go into the tank. I do Big Think. You guys can see I'm like spamming the next play button. This one took me a minute, I'm not going to lie. Because I was like, how do I win? How do I win here? My only win con here was activate Opening and hope he doesn't chain SP onto the Dark Beckoning Beast, which he doesn't. So here I'm able to make another Phantom, and then I'm able to link all of his stuff off into Goddess. So I use his SP and my 3 monsters to go ahead and make Goddess. I use Goddess effect, which I don't even think I can do because this is already negated. So I don't think that I can use Goddess here. I think I just make another Phantom and then go battle phase. For some reason, I was thinking that he had already used Yama this turn, but he didn't, because I was like, that's how you get back to the Soul of Rage, and I was like, okay, he already did Soul of Rage, so I was thinking that he already Yama'd this turn. So I end up beating over the DDD here. So I beat over the DDD, and he says start a battle phase. He uses the effect to try to reborn. I just Goddess negate it, thinking he already used Yama, which I should have just let him beat over the sequence, because I was just gonna leave the Goddess on board, because I was like, okay, I can check the Lacrima, summon back out. I just negate that. And then on the next turn, I can check Engraver, summon out. I can negate that. And I'll have Call By, and I have Phantom. So I should be in a winning position here. But I forgot that he didn't use the Yama, so he gets to bring back the Rage here. I was like, I don't know why. You guys can see in the chat. Oh, in the chat. I said, I don't know why. I thought you used Yama already. I'm so dumb. He said, yeah, I was baiting. So summons out the Rage. Yeah, I was like, I saw one banish, and I was like, yeah, I already used it. But what I should have did before going battle phase, just go Call By onto Yama, and then the Goddess checks the Lacrima this turn. It checks the Engraver next turn, and then I still have Phantom. But here he's able to do like a better play. I go end phase, and then he goes escape, pop rage, and pop the goddess. So that's a huge misplay on my part there. He goes effects of Soul of Rage to add back engraver, and here I just phantom negate that because I set call by. I can't use call by. And then if I let him add engraver, I don't know, actually that would be like putting him on play more than one track, which I don't think he does because his deck count I believe was like 42 or 43. In draw phase, I go ahead and use call by onto the engraver because my thought process is if you can get to 2 bodies, can go for moon into requiem into engraver. That doesn't do anything, and at that point he can't get another body. Thanks for a sec on what he can do. He went through a lot of his extra deck already, but he does just pass turn to me. I draw a unicorn. I think the same thing that I just explained to you guys. If I go opening, pitch, summon back out spirit, I have 2 bodies, make moon, make requiem, summon lacrima, dump engraver, and then do nothing because engraver is still under call by, so I won't be able to summon it back. I think for a sec, I'm like, yeah, nothing makes sense. I just pass. He draws Mourner, and then he passes back to me. During the end phase of my last turn, he should have went Lacrima, summon out Sequence, and then normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast, Link 2 into Moon, Moon into Lacrima, dump Engraver. Unless he only plays 1 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, which I don't know if he does that. That's the only way that this doesn't make any sense because his Engraver is banished. But if he does play more than 1 Engraver, then he definitely had a play. He definitely had plays on the last turn. But here I draw Birth, and I'm like, okay, now I can go for it because Engraver is not under call by anymore. So I go opening, pitch Unicorn, summon out Spirit, link those 2 into Moon, Moon into Requiem, and then I get Ashed. So Requiem, chain Ash Blossom. Now here I go Birth, summon back out Unicorn, battle phase, attack. Now I really put him like in a tough spot because I'm gonna rip his Requiem. 2 bodies don't do anything anymore, so that's fine. In the end phase, he goes Lacrima, summon back out Sequence, which he should have done the previous turn. Draws into Ash Blossom. He goes main phase 1. And I did peep his extra deck here. His extra deck is Desiree, 2 Phantom, Verudris, Buttcracker, Nightmare, Phoenix, I think, and 1 other card. I can't really... Oh, it's Moon. It's Moon. And then so he just passes to me. I draw another Unicorn. He says I'm cooked. And then I just go battle phase, beat over the Sequence, use Unicorn, banish a Phantom out the graveyard, redeclare attack. He draws Nibiru, and then he just admits defeat there. So crazy ass grind game in the first game. I thought that was a pretty good game. Game 2, I open up Engraver, Ogre, Ash Blossom, Birth, Fenrir. My opponent opens up DDG, D Barrier, Droll and Lockbird, Valor, and Dark Beckoning Beast. So he goes main phase 1, normal summon Dark Beckoning Beast. I say sure. He searches Spirit Gates, activate Spirit Gates, go search another DBB. So this is just the DBB line here. Moon into Requiem, Tribute, summon out Lacrima. And then here he goes Lacrima into Engraver. I don't Ash the Requiem because I just get punished by Engraver in hand. If he has Engraver in hand, he just goes Engraver, pitch. Which is why I like hard draw and Engraver. Because if he has Engraver, he goes Engraver, pitch. Go search tracked into Lurie, Engraver summon back, and still gets to Sequence anyway. That's why Engraver's just insane, and I would not play just the 1-in-1. Not in this deck, at least. I like it. I like hard draw Engraver. It's full combo, bro. So here he goes Sequence, shuffle back, effect to dump, and then I just Ash this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just Ash it, and then he goes Link 2 up into Yama effect, go search out Sharvara. And then he goes opening, pitch Sharvara. I just chain Ogre here. Because if he gets to Soul of Rage, then it's rough. Because it deals with my Fenrir twice if he gets to Soul of Rage. I can go special Fenrir. He'll go effect, pop, Yama, Reborn. I go Birth, summon back Fenrir. He goes Soul of Rage, Link off, SP, banish Birth, and I lose. So he just goes ahead, set 2, pass. I draw Imperm, which doesn't do anything this turn, which is fine. He immediately activates DDG, which I'm not too sure why. But I go special Fenrir, then he goes escape, pop. So I'm like, okay. Now I can go Birth, Reborn, summon out Fenrir. Fenrir effect, go search out Unicorn, normal summon Unicorn, battle phase, set Imperm, pass, GG. So yeah, I don't really necessarily agree with immediately flipping DDG, but it is what it is. So Only 2 games this episode really showcased the cash cards and the DD Crow that I put in. So I thought those cards were pretty decent. So let's go ahead and take a look at what our rating is at currently. All right, you guys. So after those matches, we are 957 rated. So we're actually pretty close to getting on the top 200 leaderboard. And we are inching closer and closer to the #1 rated player on Dueling Book. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series, bro. Having a lot of fun playing Dueling Book. I like this format. I know a lot of people complain about Yu-Gi-Oh all the time. I heckin' love Yu-Gi-Oh, man, and this format is definitely not bad. I'm having a great time. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you next time.